Happy New Year's to everybody out there. Hopefully, it'll be a very prosperous and profitable one for you. Here on the video report, a 3-0 sweep the past 2 days. Yesterday, just barely getting there, but getting there with Arizona and Boise State going over the posted price and bowl action. And then a college basketball winner with Temple, the outright upset of UConn as a 7.5-point road dog, 37-22 roll over the past 3.5 weeks with the plays I'm giving away here for free. And today, I'm going to give you my thoughts on the Ohio State, Alabama Sugar Bowl clash, plus Baylor and Michigan State, and a little discourse on Auburn and Wisconsin. Hi, everyone. Al DeMarco here, general manager of this site. And let's talk about some of the hot handicappers. How about Matt Rivers? Blank check, waive the rating games. His first two ever in the 11 plus years he's been a charter member of this site in college football in terms of bowl action, and he cashed in with both easily. 2 days ago, it was Stanford hammering Maryland. Yesterday, it was even easier with TCU 42-3 over Mississippi. Did I not tell you Mississippi was a fraud from day one this season? Yes, I did. I wish I bet on against them yesterday, but say la vie. Anyway, today, third ever blank check waved the rating bowl game of his career. This one on Florida State and Oregon, your Rose Bowl battle, one of your national championship semifinal games. It goes at 5 o'clock Eastern time. Just like the past 2 days, you save over half off. Save $65 by using coupon code MATT, M-A-T-T, as he goes for winner number 20 out of 30 overall. And FYI, with these blank check waive the rating releases, 14-4 lifetime with all sports. Scott Delaney, the early game here between Wisconsin and Auburn, which, and I'll talk about it in just a moment, I think it's probably one of the hardest games among all of them on today's College Bowl schedule. Today, second ever 200-dime college football play in 11 years in the business as well. His first one, remember, TCU taking care of business against Kansas State back in November. Today, it's on Wisconsin and Auburn. It kicks off at noon Eastern time. 74-46 is his run with normal top-rated 100-dime max wager releases. 74-46. That's over the past 3 years. This play is twice as strong. It's bigger than his 75-dime winners the past couple of days on TCU and Georgia. And keep in mind, with the plays that he rates 50 dimes or higher, and these are the plays that you press on, with those plays, the past 3 years, $10 bettors have won over $43,000. And that says a lot about how you rate games as a handicapper to let you, the gambler out there, know these are the plays that I want you to step out on. And again, 50 dimes or higher, these are the plays for Scott Delaney. $43,000 profit. You save $65 by using coupon code Scott, his first name. One other I want to tell you about quickly here. Steve Boonen's #1 football crew, the Cali Cartel, second straight year in college football, fourth time in 7 years. 50-dime football winner, number 20 out of 26 and 10 out of 13 in college. It's Ohio State and Alabama. They're 26-12 overall this season in football. And you get it and save $80 by using the coupon code CALI for Cali Cartel, C-A-L-I, C-A-L-I. That was the good. The bad news yesterday, Anthony Redd, who has been on such a nice roll the past couple of weeks, he took it on the chin, as did I, to be honest with you. I lost as well with Arizona. Oh, my God. Rich Rod, what happened? Your team came as flat as a pancake in that one against Boise State. What an embarrassing performance by the Wildcats. Okay, let's talk about these games. I'm going to start in reverse chronological order, the Sugar Bowl clash between Alabama and Ohio State. It's a difficult game, but listen, I said to you the day that the College Football Playoff Committee announced their Final Four, I told you this was going to be a miserable matchup, and Alabama is going to win something like 41-22. I'm not going to change my opinion here, guys, 3.5 weeks later, because, again, I didn't think Ohio State really should have been in this spot. I thought TCU got snubbed. One of the reasons that I think TCU showed everybody yesterday taking care of an SEC team with ease in that 42-3 route. Little comeuppance and a little, giving a little sign there to the College Bowl Committee. You know what I mean? I know that Urban Meyer's teams in Columbus are 36-3 straight up since he arrived. I know they've won 11 straight games, blah, 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 blah. But here's the bottom line here. You've got a third-string quarterback who was heroic, who was outstanding. You pick the adjective, it doesn't matter. He was magnificent. There's another one. In the blowout win against Wisconsin in the Big Ten title game. Who here thinks Wisconsin is a good team? You? Over there? Oh, the hell with you. He's wearing Badger colors, okay? He's got the Badger red on. You can't count that guy in the back corner. I just didn't think Wisconsin was that good. So, again, you're putting all your money in this particular spot on a guy who's playing his second big college football game. I have a problem with that, especially with the way Alabama has been so dynamic offensively this season with Blake Sims, who won the starting job coming out of summer camp, throwing for 300 or 3,200 yards, only 7 interceptions, and of course a great threat to run the ball as well. You've got Amari Cooper, one of the best wide receivers in college football, 115 catches. 10 years ago, would anybody have said Alabama would ever have a guy that caught 80 balls, let alone 115? Now, there are two running backs. It's like a 1-2 punch. TJ Yeldon, excuse me. Hamstring bothers him here the last couple of weeks, says he's going to play, although Nick Saban said he's a game-time decision. Not that Nick Saban would ever deceive anybody, would he? And Derrick Henry, he ran for over 895 yards. So, again, I think the Tide, the play in this particular game, I think they come out, they take care of business. And listen, I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to go with Alabama in the game. Am I going to bet it? No, because I hate Ohio State, but still, I like Alabama in this game. I think one of the most interesting games on the board is the Cotton Bowl battle in Arlington, Texas, between Baylor and Michigan State. You know how many times I backed Baylor this season, and they delivered all but one occasion, right? Baylor a 2.5-point favorite. And I've got to think the mindset for Art Briles' team is that screw you as well, College Bowl Committee. Screw you, TCU, because TCU made their statement yesterday. Listen. Art Briles has been very vocal about getting jobbed by these guys, okay? He felt that he should have been, with his team, the number 3 or number 4 contender. Number 3, I don't believe. Number 4, I certainly think that they had a good argument to be there instead of Ohio State as well. They also have motivation because of how poorly they played last year in the blowout loss to Central Florida. And it wasn't a blowout on the final score, but you know how Central Florida and Blake Bortles just dominated Baylor last year. Michigan State hasn't faced anybody with the speed offensively and the up-tempo attack that Baylor is going to present. Michigan State, stout defensive team, but let's remember, how did they fare against the two spread option teams that they played this year, the guys that run the wider open type of attacks? Ohio State destroyed them in Lansing, and they struggled with Northwestern as well. At the same time, I'm not totally sold on Baylor's defense either. And I think Baylor's going to have some problems here. Connor Cook, underrated quarterback, but geez, 22 touchdown passes, almost 59% completions, only 6 interceptions. And then you got Jeremy Langford, 1,360 yards. I think one thing going back in Baylor's favor, however, everybody says, hey, Bryce Petty, blah, blah, blah. You got the nation's number 1 scoring offense, averaging 48.8 points a game, number 1 in total offense, averaging 581 yards a game. But let's not forget that Baylor was also 3rd in the nation in running the ball, averaging 236 yards a game. And this Michigan State defense certainly has some holes. Again, Ohio State and Northwestern both exposed them. Oregon exposed them when they gave up 46 points in Eugene early in the season against an up-tempo attack. So that's why I like Baylor in this particular spot. Plus, this Baylor defense, listen, they were tested by 6 teams that made the bowl postseason. They were tested by some high-octane Big 12 attacks, okay, that could run and throw the ball equally well. And I think that they can definitely get the job done here. And I think it's important for Baylor to get the job done here, especially with Briles being so vocal, and especially how they laid the egg last year. One other little stat for you. The Michigan State pass defense, they allowed 618 total yards and 6 touchdowns in their losses at home against Ohio State and at Oregon. So Bryce Petty, who is probably the healthiest he's been since game 1 this season, is going to attack that defense today. Now, let's take a look at the game between Auburn and Wisconsin. You know the deal here. Gary Anderson just up and left Wisconsin, went to Oregon State. Is that a down move? Probably, but it also tells you something about Gary Anderson maybe getting tired of the stiffer athletic or academic challenges that he faces getting his athletes eligible at Wisconsin. And it's a tough place maybe to recruit. But bottom line is this: Barry Alvarez coming out and coaching this team today. Hey, okay, yeah, he's won it, blah, 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 Hall of Famer, yada, yada, yada. Do we really care? The bottom line is what team is going to play here? The Wisconsin team that had a very good regular season, or the Wisconsin team that has to be emotionally scarred after getting destroyed by Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game, and then watching your head coach say, "Adios, we're out of here, baby." I mean, is that team ready to play today? On the other hand, you have an Auburn team that last year, well, we know what happened in the national title game. An Auburn team that collapsed defensively down the home stretch. In fact, after the Iron Bowl lost to Alabama, they fired their defensive coordinator, Ellis Johnson, a well-respected veteran defensive coordinator with a lot of SEC roots. What did they do? They went and hired former Florida head coach and talented defensive coordinator in his own right, Will Muschamp, who, of course, once led that Texas defense a couple of years ago. Now, he is not going to be coaching the defense here today. One of the secondary coaches is going to be coaching the Auburn defense. But don't think these players don't know Big Brother's down there looking at them and how they perform here today. This is also Nick Marshall's final game for Auburn today. And I like Auburn for that reason. I like the way Marshall has played this season. Wisconsin hasn't seen anything like Marshall, since they were blown out by that rookie making his first start for Ohio State. And Auburn can do it better. Also, listen, guys, if there is a game that I would tease today, it would be Auburn, down to -1. They're a 7-point favorite. If I could give you another team to tease them with, that is the problem. I don't know which way to go there. I mean, you could take Alabama down to -2. I would probably go and take Florida State up to 13.5. I wouldn't touch the Baylor game in a teaser, although you could take the Baylor total with Michigan State, which is a 69.5. You could take that down to 63.5 and then play the over. Something to also consider there. But anyway, I do like Auburn in this game, along with Alabama and along with Baylor. And those are your free plays for today. Best of luck to you guys, and I'll catch you again tomorrow when we do this one more time.